So good morning, Shawl. I'm Dr. N. Kamalraj, Head, Department of Computer Applications, Dr. S.N.S. Rajlakshmi College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. On behalf of the college, on my own behalf, I welcome you all to the online faculty development program on Enhanced Development with Azure Cloud. The objective of the FDP is to give the basics of cloud computing with real-time implementation using Azure Cloud. It's my pleasure to welcome our invited speaker, Mr. S. Gopinath, solution architect, IBM. He is having more than 14 years of IT experience and 7 years of experience in IBM. I once again welcome you all. I hand over the session to Mr. Gopinath. Gopi, are you there?
Yep.
Yeah, please take over.
Thanks, Kamal.
Due to technical issues, people are not allowing. So please take charge. Take care of this.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So though the people could not able to join, unfortunately, in the Google Meet, the people can able to watch in YouTube. So that link's also provided. So in case any of your friends they could not able to join, please suggest them to see in the YouTube live. Yeah. Okay. Let's jump in. Yeah. So in this session, I would like to make it more interactive. So in case of any questions, kindly shoot me then and there, so that it can able to go in a very clear manner. So the next 1.5 hour, just I'm going to explain what is cloud, and so how the Azure cloud is facilitating our development, how making the life easy, and what is the benefit of doing joining with Azure and using Azure. That's what my objective. And to make our life easy, I'm going to give some demo. So that will be really a very good startup for you. Easily you can able to go through and learn cloud, and you can able to get benefit out of that. Okay. So by saying that, so so I have some Azure cloud account. Just using that, I'm going to start my cloud. So again, I'm repeating. Just if you have any question, please ping me, or you can ask in the chat. Yep. Okay. So thanks, Kamal, for this opportunity. And so let me start. Okay. So first we'll start. What is cloud? Okay. The cloud is nothing but it is a virtual environment. Okay, there is a beautiful definition of the foreign author. So top of your head, around a few meters away, there should be a big environment, IT environment. Whatever you ask, that will give you. That is what cloud. So literally, he said that. Even this is more explanatory the way it has explained. So but really that is the meaning of it. So in case if you want anything, you can able to get it from cloud. Okay, so let's go little deeper and understand what is cloud. I would like to give the history of cloud, how it is begin with, so that will be really helpful. Okay. Many of you may know this thing already. Please bear with me, because actually I want to cover from the basics so that everyone could able to align and they are on the same page. Okay. So look at my screen. So I'm taking up a paintbrush to explain so how the cloud journey starts. Okay. So the way back around 1980 to 1990s, the slowly that green color monitor are gone away and VGA monitors are coming out. Okay, so more companies are involved on manufacturing computers and developing software and all those stuffs. During that time, so everyone targeted on some common area. Okay, when I say common area, what is that? So every computer have monitor, right? And if I enhance something on the monitor, that monitor will be get in the market, and they will make much more profit. Okay, so that is how every company is focusing on common area, and they started developing some enhancement on that area. So by saying this, when you look at in the computer, the one of the major area is hard disk. Okay, so if you see that every computer have hard disk, without memory they can't do much thing. Okay, so what happened, IBM has started focusing on enhancing something on the hard disk. They come up with an idea on 1980. What they have done is they have created a one server. That server is completely occupied with hard disks. Okay, so they have come up with complete hard disk. This is called a storage server. Okay, they have created some storage server. Now what happened in your local computer? You no need to have a hard disk. Okay, so every computer, what they will do is they will directly connect to the storage. Okay, and they will take the hard disk space from here. Okay, and what happened, the other computers also, many computers can able to connect to one storage device, so that these systems no need to have a hard disk. Okay, so what is the benefit out of it? So when you are operating with the computer, the records and information will be stored on the same system. So in case of any theft or hacking happen to that system, that will impact your data. Now if you look at this approach, so everybody is operating on the computer, the data will be stored in one place. Okay, you might find in olden days, you might find a big server in the building corners. They placed in all the wires will be get connected to every system. So now what happened, so every computer is sharing a centralized memory so that the data will be much safer. Even if I want to extend my team, so I can just implement some small nodes, that is enough. So everything will be, memory will be taken from one place. This approach, we called it as a SOA, service oriented architecture. Okay, so if I want to tell a real time example, around even 7 8 years before also, if you go to Airtel shop, so if you want to make some changes, most of the time or a couple of time, I could say, they used to say my server is down, so due to that I could not able to do some changes whatever the request is done. Why? Because of this approach only. The SOA approach have a lot of advantages. Okay, so because the cost saving and centralized secure data and all this thing, but at the same time they have disadvantages as well. Now if you understand this particular approach, so what is happening here? So every computer have a hard disk in earlier. Now hard disks are moved to one centralized place. So here basically this hard disk, monitor and everything, we call it as a resources. Okay, now here in this SOA approach, what is happening is the resources are shared. So I have only one resource that will be shared with multiple people. Okay, so I could say this is what the first cloud is. Okay, so sharing the resources, that is what happening in the cloud. Okay, so now if you look at this approach, so one hard disk space, so there are multiple computers are connecting and they are taking the advantage of centralized optimized hard disk space. Okay, so now one of the major advantages, in case if I enhance anything here, so that will be get benefited to all the computers. Okay, so this is how the resource sharing is started in the computer industry. So now what happened, every company is involving on this kind of innovation ideas. They started thinking, why can't we, when we are able to share the hard disk memory, why can't we share the whole computer itself? Okay, suppose if you open the computer and if you type facebook.com, so you can able to access the Facebook application, right? So in the same way, what they are planning to do is they would like to completely access a whole computer from the internet. Okay, so this is the requirement kept in the IT industry. So every company started investing on that area. They started improving their network quality and bandwidth, and after that, so they want to create a virtual environment where anybody can able to access whatever the computers they want.
Hello, sir.
Okay, so the computer is one of the maximum achievement that you can able to get it in internet. Then getting the other devices are will not be much issue. So that is how. So they have come up with an idea to create a virtual machine. So how they done that? So I'll explain you. They created a data centers in every location. For example, in India, South India, there is one data center is there for Azure, and and Mumbai, and Chennai. and Madhya Pradesh. So in all these places, they have a data center. In this data center, they have a huge amount of hard disk. Okay, the huge amount of hard disk space they have, hard disk drive, and also they have various motherboards. Okay, they have all various motherboards they have. Okay, when I say motherboard, don't take it as it is a hardware device, only one device. No, there is a list of motherboard simulating devices. That is what I can say. It is a motherboard. Okay, so that include the process and everything. Okay, motherboard they have. So now what happened? Now when anybody requests to this data center, I want i5 machine. What it will do is it will pick the i5 machine and it will do the simulation. Okay, simulation of i5 machine, i5 motherboard, and I could say machine only. It will simulate the i5 Intel processor machine. Okay, and also it will provide the hard disk space for it. Okay, and also it will provide the hard disk space virtually. Okay. Now this user is redirect to this place. Now if we have an hard disk space and the motherboard simulation, so both together it will be act as a computer. Okay, so this is what we called it as a virtual machine. Okay. Now, what happened? The user, whenever he created, it will go to the data center. Data center will create one virtual machine and redirect the user to that virtual machine. Then they can able to access it. This is how the cloud is providing, the services from the over the internet. Okay, these data centers will be placed in across the world. Okay, so via internet, so the people will be get connected and they can able to access their virtual machine, or they can able to create a virtual machine and other things. Okay, now this is the time for question. Do you have any questions so far whatever I explained? Yeah, I would like to make more interactive. So please let me know if you have any questions. Okay. Yeah. So I take it as no. Okay. So if you have a question, please don't hesitate. Please rise. Okay. And so this is how they are connecting to the virtual machine and they are enjoying the virtual machine. So now to connect the virtual machine, I need a computer, right? When I already have a computer, why I need another system? Yeah. So if this is the question, if you have, my answer would be, suppose I have a computer of i3 machine with 4 MB RAM or 2 MB RAM. I'll go for, okay, 2 MB RAM. Now my boss is saying that, I'm sorry, here I mentioned this i3 machine. Okay, and for 2 MB RAM I have 2 GB something. 2 MB RAM I have. Now what I want is I want 16 GB RAM. I want. Okay. So what I can do is I can create one virtual machine on my cloud. Okay. So what will do is cloud will be provide 16 GB RAM and i7 machine it will give. That machine I can able to operate from my local computer which have a capability of 2 GB RAM. Okay, so by mistake I have given us 2 MB. Please let me delete that. Okay, so now I have 2 GB RAM in my system, and I want to connect it to 16 GB RAM. So now I will get the 16 GB RAM performance in my cloud machine, and once I operate it, whatever the output I want, I will take that output. After that, I can able to destroy that machine. Okay, whenever I want to use it, I can use this. After that, I can able to remove the system from the cloud. So in this way, what happened, whenever the computers I get created, virtually I can create it. So I'm not spending any money for that. Okay, and I am using that. Okay, When I say I'm not spending any money as a subscriber, I will pay the money. But as a the cloud company, I mean the Microsoft and other things, they are not creating any hardware devices. All simulated thing, it is coming up, and it is providing a facility to all. And once the usage is done, then after that they can able to clean that machine, so that machine will not be there. Okay, so this is one of the benefit, I could say. In the same way, when you start a company, if you want to create one server, you can create the server virtually and host your application. Use it as much as you want, and after that, I'm fine. I could able to um, close it whenever I want. So this is a major facility for the companies. When you somebody want to create a company, they need a server. So earlier, at least they need to pay 20-25 lakhs to buy a server. Okay, I'm telling about moderate server. So if I go high, it is more. But now it is not like that. If I have 1,500 rupees, I can able to create a server that can be live for me a month, and I can able to utilize my application and develop everything. Yeah, so that is one of the major benefit. So the creating a server, I could able to create the server within
ஆமா
4 minutes.
யூடியூப்ல ஜாயின் பண்ணுங்க நிறைய பேர் ஜாயின் பண்ணிட்டாங்கம்மா.
Okay, the earlier story is entirely different. So we need to get plenty of quotation and everything. After that, when I click on, when I go to the server, take that, and power UPS I need to connect. For to maintain the server, I need to recruit some employees, and all these things are there. Now the cloud is coming to picture. That's it. So when you want to create it, just create it, power backup, and data backup. Everything will be handled freely by Azure cloud. Okay, so and you need to pay how much you're using. That's it. So you rent something, you become a tenant to the cloud area. Use that. Once the usage is over, that's it. So it is over, and you can able to utilize it. So these are all happen in minutes, not even hours. It is happening on minutes. Okay, so this is one of the major advantage of cloud. Okay, so in the cloud, whatever you are creating in the real-time server, everything you can able to create in the cloud. Okay, and to subscription, it will take 20 minutes, and after that, creating resources and all, it depends on the resource. It will within 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you can able to create a server, and you can utilize like your own server. Yeah, so that is the benefit of creating a cloud. So that is why you can see there are plenty of mobile apps are coming, plenty of websites are coming, marketing and product selling, and all the IT industry is going to I hope this particular point, what is cloud and what is the usage of cloud, this point I hope you all clear. Okay, um, do you have a question? Please shoot me out. Okay. Okay. So this is the model diagram which I made. So if you see that, so this is your computer. You can access your via internet. You can go to the servers, database, anything you can able to create and you can use it. Okay. Now I want to explain two things. One is cloud service and cloud computing. Okay, these are the two things I would like to explain. Okay. So first we will go to understand what is cloud service first. Okay, then we come back to cloud computing, then that is better. So I'm taking 3 users. Imagine I am the owner for the cloud, and I'm taking 3 users, user A, user B, user C. And user A is owner for Facebook, and user B is one for YouTube, and user C, he's owner for Amazon. I could not say Amazon, so I could say Reliance. So all these 3 people are coming to me, and they are asking to they want some cloud environment to run their business. So they created one server. Imagine that server have 500 terabyte of data hard disk space, and they started their business. Now user A, Facebook, they have a many user. They started using my server. What happened? One point of time, the server is completely fully filled. Okay, so the data is storage is more and it is completely used. So in that case, what happened when the next user comes? What happened? He will get data flow error, data overflow error, and all these things he will get it. So user A will come to me and asking me that, the data is completely filled, what should I do? Then the best solution would be dynamically, what I will do is I will add additional hard disk space, then problem will be solved. But this is not the permanent solution. Again, that space will be get filled, and the user might come back after a few days and they say that, boss, again the hard disk is filled. This is a repetitive issue. So to stop this kind of issue, what cloud is coming up is the cloud come up with EC2, elastic cloud computing. What is this EC2 is? In case your the cloud will giving a solution such a way, the moment the hard disk space is reached a particular threshold. For example, I have 500 terabyte of hard disk space. In case usage has reached 450 terabyte of data, so what I will do is I will tell to cloud, automatically increase your hard disk space to another 500 terabyte. Okay, so how the elastic is extending its structure in the same way, you know the hard disk also, it is increase the space, so it'll double up. So now this problem will not come at all. Okay, there are plenty of backup mechanism, restoring mechanisms are there. Using that, they can able to keep on increasing the hard disk. This service, we called it as elastic cloud computing service. This service what I provided, this solution will be applicable for user B and user C as well. Okay, I know that one user A is facing this issue today, and tomorrow the user B also can face the issue. Now, as a cloud person, I am providing a solution to everyone, stating that if you come to my EC2 service, that's good. You will not face this problem at all. So now more people are coming to me and creating the service. Okay. Now I said some number. 500 terabyte data. Okay, that is my hard disk space. 450 is my benchmark. If I comes into picture, another 500 terabyte of data I'm going to increase. Right. So here what I'm doing is I am taking a best decision and I'm making the best use of resources. Doing computing, I'm achieving it. Right. I have done some computation, and after that I am using the resources. So this is what we call it as a cloud computing. Okay. So make the availability of cloud system resources, data storage, computing power, bandwidth, and data centers and server heads and consumption plans. All these things you do it based on the demand and based on the best service that you can provide with the measurement. So all these things and all cover under cloud computing. Okay, this is what we known as a cloud computing. Clear? Uh, um, yeah. Do you have any questions for this? This is an important area, so going forward, you should have a unique understanding on this. Please let me know if you have any questions. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I take it as, yeah, is there is any computing space? For example, I would like to show you, if you use, let me open my browser. Let me show you. Okay, if you see, there's a free account given by Azure. So what it tells is, using your credit card, register here with the Azure Cloud. It will give 1 year free service. Okay, and they are going to charge you 2 rupees from your card. I'm literally saying number 2 rupees of charge it will happen to your card. After 1 week, the 2 rupees also will be returned to your account. Okay, with this they are giving 13,000 rupees. in international value, you can say $200 US dollars value they are giving it. That much amount you can able to use it with this cloud, that you can able to open the resource and you can able to learn everything in 30 days, and after that you can close it. When it say that 12 months of free service means after that free service is over, you have to register as a pay as you go, or your account will be live for another 11 months. Okay, so in case I am ready to spend money and I want to learn something, then you can able to go for pay as you go. If you go that way, what will happen is whatever the resources you are using, that amount of charges will happen on your account. Okay, and when you are going as a pay as you go, please be very careful. Okay, because when you are creating a resource, if you are not using, also charges will happen. Okay, so there are plenty of budgeting mechanisms and other things are there. That way easily you can prevent losing the money as well. So everything is safe only that you can do that. Okay, if you have more about that area, how to create an account, how to manage and all this thing, no, so you can get my contact from, I'll end of the session, I will give my contact, so you can shoot a mail, I can able to give you more guidance. Okay, yeah. Hope I answer your question. Yeah, did you got my answer? Are you fine? Okay, thank you. Okay, fine. So now, when I say service and cloud computing, we gone through. When I say service, so the service or three services are majorly. One is infrastructure as a service. For imagine you are going to create a company. So in that company, you want to create 500 system. So in the 500 system cannot all systems should be connected. Then what you will do is you will create a network, right? So this physical related network and everything related stuffs, if you are creating in a cloud, that will be called it as infrastructure as a service. Okay, physical data center and service and all this. When you pay money, they will create on your behalf of somewhere in your data center. Okay, nothing will be in your place, you will have only computer, so that will be called it as infrastructure as service. Then after that, each computer, what is the operating system I stored and what is the database management development tools I will use. When I say operating system, Windows, Linux, Redux and all these things, and networking softwares, all these things we called it as platform as service. So usually people used to say what platform you're working on, Windows platform, Linux platform. So that's what. So that is what we called it as a PaaS as a service. The third one is SaaS. Okay, so it is my favorite area. SaaS is it is completely software as service. You can develop an environment and a platform as service all combined together. You have ready-madely available some servers there, you can able to host your application and everything. Today I'm going to give a demo on so how to host the application and everything. I'm going to keep it here. So all this major three services are in place now. Okay, there are fourth one is function as a service is there, that you can able to create a functions as well. Okay, yeah. So majorly these are the three services in the cloud market we are using it. Okay, so now I would like to give an explanation. I already told you software as a service and platform as a service, infrastructure as service, and fourth one is function as a service. You can able to create a function. You no need of to worry about server and everything. Just you can create a function that will automatically work. You might get a question, what is a function and other things. Later point of time, I'll come up with beautiful examples that you will get to know. Okay. 30 minutes over. Okay, fine. So when I say cloud, so these are all inside the cloud, and there are two things. One is cloud computing and cloud service. So we have seen these are the mechanisms we are for having utilizing the cloud service and cloud computing. Now, when we are using a cloud, I'm using a real-time server. Um, that server is in my room. Okay, imagine my company, I have allotted one room there is a big server is there. I'm connecting my all the system to that server, I'm utilizing it. Yeah. Now, this cloud, only my computer, my people could able to connect that, right? Yeah. So the same thing it is appear in the cloud. For example, I create some servers and everything. Only my company people can able to connect it. So then that will be called it as a private cloud. Okay, there are two different type of cloud deployments are there. So what is private cloud? So the cloud is only manufactured for my resources. How do I identify my resources? For example, sns.com is the domain name I have created. So I created one private cloud. So whoever have the email ID and the corresponding password, those people only could able to connect to that cloud. So that will be called it as a private cloud. Okay. And when I say public cloud, everyone can able to connect. Still, there is an authentication and everything is there. Username and password and everything you can create. Even you can say Azure is a public. So if I create one domain, I can open my accessibility to everyone. Then that will be called it as a public cloud. Even OneDrive is there. Google Drive is there. These are all public cloud resource sharing only. So there, anyone can able to go and create their email ID and they can able to connect it. Okay, so that will be open for cloud. Who owned and what is the permission they are giving? So that decides whether that is a private cloud or public cloud. Okay, guys, if you have a doubt, just please shoot me out. Okay, and hybrid cloud. So I have some data, the data in my home or in my company, and also I have something in the cloud as well. So in the cloud I have all the marketing information, and in my own server I have all the payment information. I want to use both combined together. I want to use both. So in that case, that cloud I can able to do that. Still, I can able to combine two cloud data. So that will be called it as hybrid cloud. So it's a mix of two public and cloud. Now, multi-cloud. Okay, I want to tell you one small example. It's a real time. One of the client from France, they come back and say that, okay, what is the cloud you are using? I said, we are using it in, uh, you know, Azure cloud. Yeah. Then they say that what is the security mechanism? We explain all the security mechanism. What happened? This fails here. Okay, we thought, okay, they are asking that any mechanism of security is got failed. They said no, the complete Azure cloud is down. What should I do? How do I continue my business? So for that is where the multi-cloud is coming to picture. So what the data source you have, the same backup you will have it in another cloud. So in case this cloud goes down, so automatically application will repoint to other cloud area. So this is what multi-cloud. When I say that in the world cloud, there is no chance of getting down, but still the business have that kind of thought. The cloud is always on. It will be never get down. Okay, yeah. So this is what all the cloud deployment types. Okay, okay, that's done. So guys, do you have any question? Let me know if you have any question. Clear. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Now I would like to go for a small demo. Okay. So in this demo, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create one small storage. I would like to share that information to all, and how fast you can able to access that file. So that's what I'm going to do. So this is just a startup of cloud. Okay. So if I go to Azure cloud, okay, there would be a right side. There is a button called portal. Let me go through again. Okay, this is how the cloud looks. Okay, so if you want to learn cloud at any time, so just click on training part. Okay, so here you can see all the training informations, training path and everything. Okay, and also the beautiful thing, it is there, it is here, it is certificate is there. You can click on the certification part. You can see all the certifications are placed in. Yeah, so if you want to become a developer, you want to become an administrator, you want to become a solution architect, and whatever you want, you can do that. Okay, so I have completed my solution architecting. Yeah, so 300 I have completed. Yeah, so these are all the areas are there. So now whichever you want, you can click that. You can able to go behind. You can see the syllabus and everything is there. Here you can download as well. Okay, so amazingly, the Microsoft come up, and the way it is structuring and user friendly is amazing. Really, you can do that. Okay, so now I will come back to my this one. So this is my Azure homepage. Okay, here I can go and click on portal. So that is where I can step into cloud. So portal is here. Here, if you see that all the services are which I created recently, those things are showing here. So this is the place where you can able to host everything. Okay, host any service. So now I'm going for a storage service. Okay, storage service I'm going. Storage I'm providing. I'm going to create a storage account. Okay, so I'm going to add storage. So every resources have the same kind of template. So once you learn this one, for other service also the similar approach. You no need to bother or something. Very quickly you can get into cloud and you can learn. I used to say to my team and a development team, and newer come in, they say that they don't know cloud or something. I used to say the cloud is just like reading a newspaper. Yeah, so I want to create a storage account. Just I came in, so it is like a newspaper only. If I say add nothing, it is going to add a storage account. Okay, so just I click on this one, so it is coming up. Now if you see, this is a complete template model. Each template will define what they want. Okay, and finally you can able to create it. Yeah, now if you see this, let me go back and come again. Yeah, so this is the basic steps that we are there. You can, by reading this, you can able to understand. And also learning cloud is very easy, because every left side labels, you have the help what you want. Okay, now it is asking for a resource group is just a functional one. Okay, now I'm creating some sample resource for this demo. I can able to create one group where all my resource like hard disk, virtual machine, DevOps tools, everything will come under this group. So tomorrow if I don't want this group, I can delete this group. All the resources inside this group will be get deleted automatically. So this group is just a name. Okay, so I'm going to say SNS group. So when I say SNS group, I'm end of the label, I'm going to say GRP. GRP is a good naming convention, so that if you see this resource, you can understand this is a group. Okay, I said okay, it is done. Now I'm going to create a storage account. Okay, I will say SNS. Yeah, the storage is already exist. Okay, so here you have to give a universal unique name. Yeah, so in that case, I'm going to give SNSCOLL. Okay, and I'm going to give 100. So hope no one has created this. Yeah, so end of this one, I can create storage account. So I will give small essay. Fine. Yeah, I given that. Now my location. So my nearest location is South India, Chennai. I can able to create that. I can able to choose that location, so that will be access will be faster. But it is not stopping you to create another location. This will not be a problem. Imagine the more customers are there in US and I am going to work for them, I will create a central US. Yeah. So, but ideally, when you are learning it, you create South India. Now I'm going to create central US because my subscription I purchased in US, so that's why I'm keeping this as a central US. So that will be cost, other benefits are there, that's why I'm creating it. When you're creating it, you can able to create South India. You can see South India is here. Can you see that South India is here? You can able to create that. Now I'm going with central US. And performance. Okay, I'm going to create a storage account. Storage account means, I'm going to store the data, I'm going to take the data back and all this thing. So in that case, how the cloud will be decide the performance. So if I say standard, so it is a, if you look at that, it is a standard magnetic tape hard disk, not tape, magnetic metal hard disk, it is used to retrieve the data. When I say premium, lithium material kind of hard disk can be used. So even that also you can able to select what kind of hard disk type you are going to store. Performance can be decided by that. That also you can choose it. Then account kind, so to retrieve the retrieve the files, because storage I'm going to create, remember guys, storage I'm going to create. So I'm going to put the file, I'm going to take the file back. So for that I might use it some kind of software versions. So this versions, if you see, highest, low, and everything is there. This is the earlier version, this is the next growth, and next to that this is the advanced one. Okay, so always go with an advanced one. That's my habit, because that have a backward compatibility. The low end file version model also will be get connected. Okay, so this will not get impacted much, so don't worry about that. So if you select always latest, that is good. Okay, the next one is replication. This is what the technical touch of Microsoft is here. Now I am creating a hard disk in Chennai. Due to power failure for a long time, I could not able to take that files. Okay, so what I can do is, while creating my storage itself, I can able to come up with a backup plan. What is that backup plan? Local repository I can able to create, local storage I can able to create. That means one memory location I created as South India. When I say local storage redundant, what it will do is, it will take the backup and it will create it in India itself, some other place. For example, it will create in Maharashtra. Okay, so it will be created in Andhra. So in case in this location is blocked, I can able to pick the file from other block. Okay, and in case if you want to take up a stronger backup, so I can able to go for geo redundant. That means what? So I'm taking one backup in India, and the other backup will be the Azure will be take the backup in other country, South Africa, some other place it will be get created. Okay, so that is what the redundant is. One of the famous redundant is read zone access redundant. That means what it will do is, you whatever the copy you have that is editable, the backup will be read only. Okay, that way it is cost is much less, and each service whatever I'm selecting, it's all the cost impact is there. Okay, so I have selected this. And access, how fast you can able to access the files. So there is a two things are there, cool and hot. Hot will be less price. Okay, what is that? So whenever you request the file, it will go to the hard disk and it will pick the file. The cool is, there's nothing like that. So what it will do is, when before the request comes or after the request comes, when the moment it read the file, it will keep the file in the cache. Cache is a temporary memory in between the original request and hard disk. So it will pick it from there, so that hard disk will not be get disturbed. So cool is always costly. Okay, so I select hot, so this will be enough for me. Now what I say is, I'm going to create my storage account. It will take exactly validation for 30 seconds, and after that it will be create 2 to 3 minutes to create a storage account. Just I'm going to create it. Yeah, it's going on. Okay, so now they want to create a storage account, keep that in mind. So when they are going to deployment is underway, so to create your storage they need server space and all this thing. These are all happening here. Okay, it will take 1 or 2 minutes, it will be get created. I would like to give you some information. Every storage account have 2500 data plus some amount they can able to have. When whatever I created now, so now I can able to store 2500 terabyte data. I can store in the storage account. Okay, yeah, guys, just I want to check everyone is on the same page. Do you all understand so far whatever I have told? Are we in the same page? Okay, yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so my storage is ready now. Yeah, I'm going inside the storage. The storage place is to store something, right? So now you can see again the Microsoft come up with a brilliant idea. Whatever the data you will store the files, and you will share the files, right? And also you will store the tables as well. All right, and also you will store the queues. Okay. The RDBMS touch is there in every college, so we all know how the table structure stores, right? So that is for that table, and queue is there. The data structure, we know what is the queue, and that queue also here. You can able to create queue and tables and everything. You can able to create it, and this is the area which I'm going to sampling in this demo. So I'm going to create a container. So what I'm going to do is I am going to place some files here. Yeah, and I'm going to give that link to you all, so you can click that, you can able to see that file. Yeah, so basically what I'm doing is I am establishing sharing is how easy in Azure cloud. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, let me start. So I'm going to, I'm in the storage account. Yeah, you see this. So inside that, yeah, 1 minute. So when I come into storage account, this is the overview. In the left side you can see geo replication. You can see here where is my backup. Yeah, central US is one backup and east US one another backup. Yeah, so this automatically storing. Here you can see this, and if you want to see all the storage divisions, you can able to see everything is here, and all the properties also here. I'll come back to this. Let me quickly go because yeah, I have a limited time. So storage container. So I come into storage. I'm going to share the files to you. So I'm creating a container. So this container, again plus symbol, again I said it is like reading newspaper. Just you can plus container. So you have a thing here. Now I am going to say SNS share. Yeah, I'm getting an error, right? So what is that error? You know, if you see that, it is saying that always lowercase is required. Yeah, why? Because after I completed this container, that is going to come as a link to you. That link, no differentiation between small and upper letter. To make the performance better, everything is small letter. Then later point of time, combinedly optimization will be very easy. SNS share, I am creating it. And here access level private means I have created my storage account. Inside that I'm creating a container. Inside the container, I'm going to create one container. Inside that container, I'm going to share the files. So if I don't want to share, I can give it as private. That is no anonymous shares. That means no one is going to see that unless and until I logged in and I can able to see that. The next one is blob. Blob means blob is nothing but a container only. Okay, I'll talk more about blob, but now as of now clearly I will tell you, one container to other container you can able to share the files. So that's what you can do it here. So that is blob. The next one is container. So if I select this, whatever the file I am pasting here, that file can be shared across the world. Yeah, that's what I can do it here. So now I'm going to just create, say I create, within a fraction it will get created. Yeah, so container places get created. Now in my storage account, I have created one container. Here I'm going to place some file and I'm going to give an access to you. Okay, let me do that. So I'll go to the container here. Yeah, so there is a place here, nothing is inside. I'm going to upload to my server. Okay, kindly notice how fast it is getting shared. That is a wondrous thing you can able to see now. So I have my location is on it is in US or something. Now I'm going to I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. This is the file I'm going to share, some file. uh, I'm going to place the file in Bangalore, India. So how fast it is going to make it in US, that we will see. Okay, yeah, I'll take this and I'll open the file now. That's it. So I'm going to upload. You see, 26 of MB of data it is getting stored. Yeah, it is like a local hard disk, right? But it is storing where? It is in US. So how fast it is happening? Because they are using SMB protocol. SMB means server message block protocol. Okay, that protocol have the security and speed data mechanism. It is storing the file in a very fast manner. Okay, so if you retrieve these files now, it will take a lot of time for you in the backend. Even it will based on your internet framework. But if you have internet, very good internet, that will be faster. In case you are connecting in mobile or something, 28 file will be size file will be more. So now what I'll do is I'm going to create one file and I will share it, and I will share the access to you all. I'm going to create one. Hello all. Okay, inside that. Uh, 1 minute, guys. Let me edit this. Inside that, I'll put some content. Okay. Something I kept, it is my email address I kept. So anyhow, later I'm going to share this. Take it this now. So now what I'll do is I'll share this file. Okay. See how fast it is happening. Yeah, that's it. So this file has traveled so fast and it has got downloaded. Now I'm going to share this file to everyone. So just I click this file. I'm going to take the link for it. Okay. Let's closely watch the link, how it is. So I paste here. So you can see this is my, what is this? This is my storage account name, right? So this is my container name. This is the file name. Yeah, but this protocol is HTTPS. Okay, so I take this link now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to share all. Let me check what I'll share. Uh, yeah, I have a message here. Okay, guys, can you click this file, click this link, and let me know whether you can able to see that file or not. Please ping me back if you could able to see or not. Do you? Yeah. Okay. Yes, you can able to access. Did you feel how fast it is? Yeah. So I want to tell you one more additional information here. So yeah, good. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So now it is very, very fast. And also when I say container, the container I said it as a blob. What is blob? Blob means binary large object. Okay. Binary large object, when I say, um, you can able to store a biggest exe file here, that will work still. Yeah, so even big amount of data also you can store. So this capability is each container have 500 terabyte of data. You can able to create many containers inside. So you can store plenty of data in one storage account. Only you can store more than 2500 terabyte of data. Okay, so hope you all clear, right? Okay, fine. This is how you can able to create a file and you can share. And quickly I'll see, have a look on this thing. I'm going back to my storage account here. Okay, it is very easy. I'm going to create a table here. Yeah, just I create a table. How fast it is. TBL SNS I'm creating. Just I can, again, this is under the storage account. You see this is here. The table is got created. Now if I want to access my table, I will go to storage explorer. Everything is there only, you don't need to do anything. So I can go here and table. So imagine if you want to use a table or something, you have to download SQL server, many other tools and everything you need to do. Now here it is not like that. Just you can create a table and click on the table. Here you can able to add the records and you can build your structure. Okay, just I'm hurrying little bit because I need to cover the other areas as well. So here if you look at this, I'm creating field structure here. Suppose this field, two fields are common. Here I will say roll number. Yeah, it is integer, and add another property name, and I'm adding another property. So something. Yeah, I'm done. So I have created all those things. Just I'll enter the values as well. Okay, roll number 1. The name is A, and the class is yes. Okay, I say insert, that's all. You know, it is not taking very less time to set up my table database and everything. Yeah, so this also be connected by other softwares and you can use it. This concept is called NoSQL, not SQL. There is NoSQL. This concept is called NoSQL. This is the table. It is span across Facebook and other things. Okay, there's no relationship. If you find your school is government high secondary school Vandipur, if I keep my school, all the people who are studied in that school will be come back, because the concept is NoSQL. If you are interested about NoSQL, there are plenty of links are there. What is NoSQL? You see that. So you can able to span the records and you can able to utilize the record like anything. Okay, so that is what it is supporting. Now you can see how to create tables as well. Okay, so this is the small piece of utility that I showed about the Azure storage. Okay, so hope you all clear. Okay, yeah, let me go back to my presentation. Okay, so this is about the demo on creating a storage account. Okay, now I'm going to create one virtual machine. Yeah, I'm keep talking about virtual machine and server. Just let me give a demo. Okay, yeah, guys, so far do you have any questions? So it's a, what is any default storage size? No, to be honestly, I'll say is Shivalingan H, right? So the default size is not there. Okay, I mean, they are saying find a terabyte data and other things, but if you given request to Azure support team, they will increase that one as well. Yeah, hope I answer your question. Okay, can we jump into creating a virtual machine? Okay, now I'll go there. Yeah, so what I'm doing, just you see that, so within few minutes you will be you will understand how to create virtual machine. Okay, so if you see that, you can go here. I'm click on create resource. Here the list of virtual machines are there. Okay, different things are there. It is not a virtual machine list. This is a list of services are there. If you want to create a virtual machine, you can go directly here and you can create. Otherwise, what you can do is you can type here virtual machine. Okay, virtual machines here. So I can come here. Yes, now it is there. Okay. Now I can click on add virtual machine. Now you are in. Hope it is everything is similar to what you have seen for the storage, right? That's what the cloud I used to say, it is like reading newspaper only. So this basic of storage same here. So I have created SNS group already, so now I don't need to create another one. So I will select the same SNS group, right? So what is the group I created? SNS, right? So SNS group I created, I select this. Now this virtual machine also will go to the SNS group. Later point of time, I want to add some more things also under the group. I can do that. And to maintain the resources, this is better. So now I'm going to create SNS VM virtual machine. I'm going to create it. So again, I'm going for the location region, Central US. Okay. You see this. So this is the region. And this is one beautiful option is there called availability zone. You know what it is? So you created one computer and you launch some application. You plan for 1,000 people are accessing your computer. Okay. Now, unfortunately, your application got very big familiar. Okay, what happened? 10,000 people are immediately hitting. What happened? Due to bandwidth, you will get stuck up, right? So here availability option you created, and if you set up load balancing service, what it will do is when the number of server hit increase, automatically it will simulate another computer same like your computer. So the application performance will not get delay at all. This is a beautiful option. As of now, not going to do anything now. Just I leave it as it like this. But this is the beautiful option you need to understand. Okay. Now image. When I say image, it is a Windows image and Linux image like that. So now I'm going to create some Windows machine because we are familiar with Windows. Okay. Here downside, if you see browse all public, this one, and I can say Windows machine. So I'm going to create some Windows machine 10 or Pro C. I'll see which is the less cost one. Data center. Uh, yeah, I love to create this 2019 latest server. Yeah, so I'm going to create it. Yeah, I selected something. It might be the English is something different zone altogether. Yeah, I'll go with English only. So Windows 16 I'm going. So I have created my machine. So that's it. So what operating system I want, that is what I selected, nothing else. Okay. When I say Windows 10, it will come. When I say why it is Windows 16, because that will come with some list of softwares also. I want to show that. So that is the reason. Yeah. So I created it. Guys, do you have any doubt now? Let me know if you have. Okay. So I have done this. I have selected my group and I selected my virtual machine name and I have selected my region where it is going to operate, and image I have selected it. Now this is spot instance, so it is a ready-made piece available. So in whatever you want. If I say no, it will create from the new. I don't want to go for this instant because I would like to show you how it is getting created. Now this is what the important thing. So the standard DS2 V3, this is the 8 GB RAM memory. By default it is coming in. You see the cost. This is the cost per month. Okay. Don't worry, this will be cost for every hour basis. So once you create it, immediately if you delete the machine, that's it. It will not impact you anymore. Okay, the cost will not come. That technique also I will tell you end of the session. Okay. So this is what my configuration. So then now I need to give the username of my thing. Okay, so now I am going to say it is Gopinath. Gopinath Subayan. Yeah, I created it. Now password, I'm going to give a standard password. Password at 1234. Yeah, so I given. So I'm re-entering the password. Yeah. It matches now. Yeah, both are there. Now I created my system, everything I have done that. Now imagine this computer is going to host somewhere in the internet. That means it is in the central US, the computer is there, you're going to connect. You can't able to connect via TCP IP, right? So you have to connect, you need a separate protocol, you need it. Okay, so that is where you have list of protocols. If you see that RDP, remote desktop publishing, this is one, it is made for Windows. Okay, and HTTP and HTTPS is there. So this is what in the over the this protocol also you can able to connect the computer. Okay, and the other one is SSH. SSH is for specially made for Linux machine. Okay, so this is the default port it is assigned. So 3933389. So this is what assigned. All done. Okay, now so I have a license or not, that also you can give. If I give yes, the cost will be reduced. Now I am fine with all this definition. Guys, you have any question? I'm going to create a virtual machine.
Gobi, Mr. Gobi,
Yep. Yes, please.
there is a question from YouTube Live.
Ah,
One
yeah.
person named Rajkumar Bojan asked, "What is the cost of storage cloud?
Sorry.
What is the cost of storage cloud?"
Yeah. The cost detail. Please bear with me. The session might be extended a little, 5 minutes or 10 minutes. That time I will talk about all the storage.
Okay, one
Okay.
more question.
Because yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
another
uh,
question. Yeah.
yeah. Anything related to virtual machine, we can take it now. The list of other question we will take it after create a virtual machine. Will that be okay?
Okay, Gobi. Yeah.
Yeah, because I want to go with the flow.
Okay.
Yeah. So far related to creating a virtual machine, are you okay with this? Yeah, I think didn't see any questions. Yeah. So what is Shiva? What is the question? Okay. Yeah, if you have a question, so after this one you can ask. So everything is ready now. I'm going to create my virtual machine. Yeah. Mm. So can you see that the cost, 7 rupees INR per hour. Okay. So take this cost, and I will talk more about the cost little later. Okay. So it will show you all the given value. Just I'm going and just creating it, virtual machine creation. So let's keep going. So it is creating now. To create a virtual machine, what are the resources or additional resources required? Everything will be shown to you. Okay. It will take 4 minutes. Okay. Just have a look. Your more focus will be really helpful. Just going on. Yeah. So can you see that, a virtual network, it is get created because your computer cannot be live alone. So it should be a part of a network that is there, and the IP address. Okay. So that is get created, and network security group, NSG, that is also there. Yeah. And yeah, so all the storage account for this group also just getting created. Yeah, now if you see there is a bill, the bill will show you that your deployment is in process. If you click on that, it will really show you inside, so what is happening. Yeah, that's what this is. Okay. Let's hold for some minutes, so this will not show much information further to this. uh, any other questions about virtual machine creation? Okay, if no, then yeah, it's going on. It's still underway. It will take another 4 minutes. Okay, please bear with me. Many people asked about the cost details, right? Just I will show you the cost to understand the cost, what you need to do. I hope in between that this will come.
Sir, good morning. சொல்லுங்க sir.
So can you see here? Go to azure.com. Okay. So this is the link where you can go to the pricing here. In the pricing, you have a pricing calculator. Kindly see this. So if you click on the pricing calculator, it will be here. So for example, the question is asked about storage account. You just click on the storage part. So your account detail will be get added here. So here you see, okay, this what is the region and what is the block storage you want. Whatever you want, you can select here, table storage or whatever it is. What is the cost you can see, including the server, everything cost will be shown here. Okay, so I'm sharing this link. Whoever have a doubt about the cost, kindly see this and you can able to understand on your own. Okay, still it's going on. Just please bear with me some time. The next I'm going to talk about how to deploy an application. Really, there is a lovely one because within few minutes, within 4 minutes or some time, you can able to deploy your application. Now you see, before 4 minutes only it is got created. Just I'm going to my virtual machine. Yeah, here my virtual machine is ready. Okay, this is my IP address of the virtual machine. Everything is given. Now I'm going to just connect. I say connect here. So what is the port I have given to connect? RDP, right? So just I click on RDP. Yeah, RDP is here. My everything it is here. It is asking me to connect to download a file, RDP file. Just I'm downloading this RDP file. So just it is a fraction. It will be get open. Yeah, it is connecting to my machine. I say connect. It is connecting, right? So it is asking the username. Yeah, so I have given Gopinath Subain is my this one. I'm going to give my password. That's it. Yeah. I don't think there is a gap. Okay. I think Gopinath by Ian. Yeah, fantastic. It is going to connect to my virtual machine. See, now I am using some machine. Maybe it is also good configuration, but I don't have Windows Server. Can you all guys see my screen? I can connect to my server within 4 to 5 minutes. I can create a server. I could able to connect it. This is my machine. I'm connecting to US. Okay, from there I am taking that machine. Okay, when I say US, that is I'm elaborating about the distance. Okay, so you see that. So my virtual machine is ready. So this is a different machine altogether. Okay, yeah, clear. So my network also ready. Everything is ready now. If I spend few more minutes, that's it. So I could able to uh, utilize, and you can do whatever the file I want. I can take that. Okay, so now you see this is the server manager. It is loading. It will load the SQL. Everything will happen within 10-15 minutes. My operations can be started. Okay, hope you all seeing my screen. Yeah, if everyone, I think, yeah, hope you can feel that, this is my system. Yeah, so this is the network system. Everything is ready here. It is ready to kick off. Okay, guys. Yeah, I'm going back now. I'll go back. Yeah, guys, do you have any question for this? Creating a virtual machine. Let me know if you have any questions.
Gobi,
Yes.
there is a general question from YouTube.
Okay.
VMware workstation versus Azure virtual machines. So what's the difference? Can you explain, sir?
Okay, so VMware, it is on your one operating system you have. In top of it, you are creating multiple operating systems that you are creating, and different platform machine you are creating on one process. But whereas if you go to, in the cloud, that is all separate thing. It's individual servers, individual machine, and all these things are happening. So that is the major difference between VMware and the Azure cloud. Okay, clear as of now. That's good. Okay, any other question? There are plenty of difference between the Azure cloud and VMware. So VMware is kind of inside the machine you are pledging that the process will be get shared and all this thing. But in the Azure is a separate individual hawk. So everything whatever you created, that individual process and everything will be get assigned to it. Okay. Yeah. Fine. If you all so clear, then can I move to the Azure DevOps thing? Okay. Okay. So I'm moving to Azure one. Kamal, if you have any questions inside, also please tell me. Okay, that Azure DevOps is a very interactive thing. Okay, that's what I like to do. I have only little amount of time. So here, if you see the Azure, this one is there. Here, this is what the Azure DevOps area. So you can able to create your own organization first, yeah, and you can create a projects inside. Now, due to the time limit, I could not able to show everything. So what I'll do is I'm directly going to create an area where which I created already. So this is there. This is spiral logic trial. Just I created. So here, if you see that there is a projects are available here. So now I'm going with the test pipeline project. So here you can see the left side. Some of the elements are there. I'm going to explain about it. First, I'm jumping into DevOps. There is a concept called Agile that is in the market very rapidly. People are using that. What is that? Earlier days, first analysis phase, design phase, then after that development, after that maintenance, all these things will go. In case of any problem, again we will go back to the first stage, again do analysis, and again do development, again come back. So this is time taking project. So it is like a sequential way of doing it. The agile concept come into picture. So what they have done is everything you can do it in parallelly. So one big task will be chunked into small pieces, sliced into small pieces, that all these pieces are given to everyone will be parallelly developed, finally combine all together in one that is called agile model. So for that the time and everything will be get alerted and all these things can happen. So this is called agile mechanism. This agile mechanism is very rapidly needed some repeated actions. For example, the whoever developed the code, they need to deploy it. So when multiple people are doing multiple times, you need to deploy it and test it. When you deploy an application, that is not only dev, testing and production, all the place you need to do that. So to do it faster deployment, when you do everything manually, that will take a lot of time. To avoid that, they come up with a combination of tools that is called DevOps. Okay, so in the DevOps, Azure also giving a facility. Azure is always it is a Microsoft product. They have given 100% information about that. So one of the thing is called Azure DevOps tool. In that tool, so they are giving a beautiful options. When you do Agile, what is doing what? That is very important. All right. So for that, they have given a board. In the board, you can able to list out all the task timeline and everything. You can able to prepare about it. Okay, so next to that you can able to see where your source code is storing. Now I have created one .NET core application. That core application is hosted here. Okay, so that application is stored here. That means Azure is giving a provision for you to store your storage code as well. So that is here. The next one is pipeline. Okay, so the pipeline, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a pipeline, so where the applications are going to build. So I'm going to create a new pipeline for this. So I'm creating a new pipeline. Okay, I'm not going to do anything here. Just I'm going to select where is my source code is. My source code is in Azure repo kit. I selected this. So this is my test project file where my application is stored. So I select this, and where what is the tool, technical tool which I used to develop. That is what this is, a .NET Core. Just I'm selecting this. That's it. So all my definition is done. So I click save and run. What it will do is it'll ask, okay, so SNS, I'm going to say SNS demo. Yes, I'll say save and run. What it'll do is it'll run the application. Okay, and it will take exactly 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, according to my project length. So it will build the code. What it'll do is it'll take the source code using .NET. It'll build the code. The published file will be uh, saved in your hard disk generally, but in cloud it will store it in a separate its own memory place. It will be stored the file. Let's wait for another 180 seconds approx. So it will be stored the files. It will build. Sorry, it will build this. Kamal, if everyone is okay, can we extend this session for another 10-15 minutes?
Yes, Gobi, you can proceed. Yes.
Kamal?
Hello, Gobi. Yeah, you can proceed.
Yeah. Okay, guys, you all okay, right? Okay. Thank you. So it's going on. Let's wait for 2 more minutes.
Gobi, hello, hello.
Yeah,
Gobi, there is another question.
yeah.
What is the tell about the REST API versus RPC?
So the REST API and RPC. Okay, that's altogether everything different.
Okay,
Please provide my email ID,
okay.
gopinathsubayan@gmail.com. Okay, anyhow, the system is getting built. I'll talk about it. You know, REST API, when you're doing internet call, you can able to go with certain verb. Okay, so get, set, put, and all this thing. Okay, anyhow, it is coming to picture. Please kindly shoot a mail. I'll explain clearly.
Okay, Gobi, thank you.
Okay, so my build is completed. Okay, my now when I taken the .NET code and I have built it, everything is done now. So it is completely, my build package is ready. Now I can tell to my manager, yes, my build code is ready. Yeah. So then they will decide when to be released. When they want to release that application to server, what I'll do is I'm going to create release. Yeah. I can create a release, and whatever the build packages that is happening in the stage one, I'm selecting stage, and whatever the builded code that is called as an artifact, so that is coming here, just I'm selecting create. Yeah. uh, so it is going on. So I have selected, so my build is ready now, my release is ready now. Okay, I'm going inside my release. Yeah. So this is what the stage one, it is ready to deploy. If I click on deploy, so what it will do is it will deploy the application directly to the server. Okay, guys, just think, so I'm since I'm I was in the software line for many years. Deploying an application earlier, it is a little tricky job. Sometimes the problem comes, it is very difficult to manage. But after coming to this DevOps tools and Azure and all, the deployment numbers is increased in billions. Okay, so that means this is accurately work, it is very fast. Yeah. So my application is deploying, that is going in process. So we can see what are all the activities going in. This deployment is in progress now. Okay, the deployment is 100% done. Okay, now it is ready. Now I click on this and I see where my application is hosted. Here I selected this, I ping you in the list. Okay, you can see me, kindly see this. Okay, click on this, my application is up and running. Okay, yeah, let me see this here as well. So this is my hosted application. Okay, yeah, my web server is stopped. Okay, purposefully I done that. So because any of the error is there also, it will show you. So now I will go and upload my server. 1 minute. So for that, again, I need to log in. Azure.com. I'm really sorry. Okay, my app server is there. I say start. Okay, I come back here and I copy this link again and I'll paste it. Yeah, so it is up and running now. Okay, approximately it take less than 4 minutes of time to host the application itself. Okay, so when I'm, since around 7 8 year or 10 years before, this is in dream, it is not in true, this one. Okay, so this is how. So you take the code and put it to Azure DevOps and deploy it. That's all, it will be get deployed. Even in the colleges and education systems also, what we can do is we can develop some application, put it in the database, yeah, and host the applications there, that will be published to everywhere. In case of you make any changes, you just click one button. Yeah, so if in case if I make some changes here, if I want to do that, it will take another 4 minutes, that's all. Yeah, so it will go and deploy. Even I can automate this one. So anybody check in, make the change, automatically it will get deployed. That way it is zero time for you to wait. Or I can say it is 1 minute time to publish. Okay, yeah, that's it from me. So I'm open for the questions. Kamal, can we do like this? Can we unmute the mics for everyone so that they can speak, right? Kamal?
Let's go, B.
Yeah, can we unmute the mute so that everyone can speak?
It's open. Everybody can unmute and talk.
Oh, okay.
Open to them.
Okay. Please let me know if you have any question. Wow. Sorry? Yeah, Shiva.
Good afternoon,
So
sir.
proactive in the call. Yeah, hi, good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes, please. Yeah, yes, please. I
Sir,
can hear you.
yeah, this is Sivalingan from Providence College for Women, Kunnur, sir.
Okay, hi. Tell me.
Yes. So, no, the presentation was very good, sir, because you just started from the basic
Okay.
and how to go about that thing and that. Is there any difference between the, there are cloud means that I think there are many companies are giving the service. Is there
Oh,
any
yeah.
difference
Yes.
between other companies and with
Yes.
this Azure? We would like to know, sir.
Yeah. Okay. I told you, 1980s, there is a journey started. Then after that, they come to know. Okay. That time, so all the major vendors have started picking, developing the cloud area. So IBM has come up with a cloud called Bluemix, and Google come up with Google its own cloud that is recent. But Microsoft come up with the programming way of approach. And AWS is Amazon Cloud, so they are very good in the market of selling the product and everything. So their cloud was amazing, and they provided most of the custom facilities and everything. So when you see Microsoft come up on their own way. They are very good in programming. They are providing programming support for the in the cloud. Okay, so
Okay.
that is the way. So every cloud have their own different approaches. But one thing I'll tell you again and again, if you learn one Azure cloud,
Yes, sir.
Google Cloud is like reading newspaper, or any cloud. If you learn the other cloud is very easy, because almost the clouds are same. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so anyhow, whether you like it or not, going forward in the whole over the world, the cloud is going to be stand in the top of the market.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so hope I answered your question. Okay, when you say
Yes,
that,
sir.
I started from the basic and all this thing. Kamal
Yes,
Raj,
sir.
he's my classmate, and he's my good friend.
Thank you.
So he always, say that, go with something. Don't put in more technical or something. Then we
No, it was
planned. Okay,
very,
so yeah,
it
how
was
to
very
prepare.
clear,
That is
sir.
what we planned. Yeah, we planned, and after that we both combined together. We went to Sivabalan sir, so our HOD, our lecturer. We went to
Okay.
him and we asked the suggestion. So so what is the best way to do? Then he suggested, okay, don't put all your development experience here. So the
Okay.
first thing is whatever the presentation. So you need to make in that way. That is the guidance. Thanks, Sivabalan sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir. It was very clear. Even we used to handle the paper, but it's a kind of a theoretically we handle. But now the way now you showed some of the practical aspects, I think we have to try in our system, no? So then we may
Yeah.
have a little more.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for remembering. I want to
Yes,
do
sir.
one thing. So you are seeing my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Uh, okay. You see this. When I created a resource, right?
Yes,
The
sir.
moment I created a resource, the cost will be get started, right? So
Ah,
suppose when you are learning, I'm telling when you are learning. So now
yes,
if
sir.
you see that I have created a virtual machine and all this thing. Now what you can
Okay.
do is you can select on this virtual machine and delete it once you learn that, so that cost will not happen, or you stop the
Okay.
service.
Okay.
Cost will not happen because anyhow they are
Okay.
going to give you 13,000 rupees in your account. Okay, that is
Okay.
going to be deducted. When you're
Okay.
learning, you should not spend unnecessarily. You can stop the
Yes, sir.
service so that cost will not happen at all.
Okay. Okay,
Okay,
sir.
or you can delete that resource so that you will create again and again. Anything you
Okay.
create, you do it for 5 times continuously, you will become an expert in that area.
Okay. Okay.
So next time student or something happen while sleeping also, you can create a virtual machine and you can give them.
Yes, sir. You're right.
Yeah.
And sir, and you said something about certification program, no, under Azure when you have to
Yes.
go to the certification.
Yeah.
We would like to know, there are any charges? Are they charging anything
Yeah.
for that to go for
Yeah,
exam?
yeah. So 4,500 rupees is the charge plus
Oh,
some tax and other things. Approximately, it will come less than 4,500 rupees. You can write it
okay,
in
sir.
online. There are examination centers are available in Coimbatore and every city, so you can able to
Oh,
go there and prepare and you can write it. So there are plenty of category, Azure Dev, administrator, developer, and architect, data analyst, and all those things are there. You can do
okay.
everything.
Okay, sir. And so one more, the final doubt, sir. This
Yep.
is,
No
say,
final doubt. You
I
can
mean,
ask anything.
yeah,
Yeah.
no. Lots of doubts are there, but the time constraint. I think I can talk to you later. So
Yeah.
this is something connected to the basically say I would like to, keep only my, the files. I may have lots of files in my thing instead of that. I want to use a cloud system. Is there any facility for that, sir? No, just to keep only the kind of storage, just to you make use of the storage alone, sir.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Gopi is there? Gopi, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you are at. Gopi is in line, but he is not responding.
Okay. Yes, yes, I
Let us
think
wait
so.
for some moment.
Okay. Okay.
Gopi? Okay, sir. Shall I wind up the session?
Yes, I think I can talk to sir later also.
Yeah, I can't. I give you a number also. I give you email ID number. I give you a number.
Okay. Please, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Good afternoon to all. At the outset, I thank management, principal, and all my superiors for allowing us to conduct this online FDP. Uh, Before I conclude, I would like to say one thing about today's guest, Mr. Gobinath. Just a week before, I just requested him to conduct a FTP. He said, okay. He's such a generous person. Immediately he said, okay. Today he proved his words. Thank you, Mr. Gobi, for your excellent coverage on cloud computing, especially in the area of cloud storage and the cloud virtual machines, DevOps. Thank you. Thank you once again. Thank you all participants.
Feedback. இல்ல அதுக்குள்ள அவருக்கு என்ன பிரச்சனை இல்லையா டெக்னிக்கல் Hello.
Gopi has joined. Gopi?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm really sorry. The power got disconnected and I came back. Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, please.
No. I just thought of asking your number to from the sir.
Yeah.
So that I can talk to you later.
Gopi,
Also, I
share
thought.
your mail
Yeah.
ID and number if possible.
Yeah, I have given my mail ID in the text what I have shared.
Mail
Anyhow,
ID I wrote, sir. Gopinath Subbayan, no?
Yeah.
I wrote that.
Now there are two email IDs. You can able to connect any of them. Was Gopinath
Okay.
at gmail.com.
Yes, sir. I will send a mail, sir.
Yeah.
Gopinath. It's Gopinath Subbayan DEV, no, sir?
Yeah, Dev at gmail.com. Yeah.
Dev, yes, Gmail.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I'll send a mail, sir.
Yeah,
Right.
sure, definitely.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thanks for the excellent session.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's
Thank
good
you so
to, sir.
much.
Yeah, we'll learn many things, sir. Today.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Oh, welcome, sir.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. So, Kamal, if you do you have any other questions?
No, I finished. Okay, we'll wind up the session, Gopi. Thank you. Thanks for your excellent presentation.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.